Damon Melton loves basketball. But when the 15-year-old thinks about his future, he plans to shoot his shot at public service and how to help a community that's still reeling from a surge in gun violence.
I want to help people. I want to help the community that has given to me, that has raised me, specifically the Birmingham community, but maybe on a national or global level sounds great too.
For the now 10th grader at Altamont School, this mission is personal, shaped by a childhood moment he'll never forget.
I remember I was really little, I was young during COVID, so maybe like 9 or 10, and it was a couple days before Christmas, and a bullet came through my window. And if I had to have gone to go check on my mom, because we had COVID at the time, I would have been hit by that bullet because I was right in front of that window.
That near miss changed his view of the world around him and the children growing up in it.
It's gripping to think that kids like me are in experiences like that every day, and they might not be as fortunate as me to, have not been hit or to not be on the other side of that gun firing it.
Damon says solutions start by showing up and reaching kids where they are.
Teenagers are a pivotal time for a child, and making sure that every kid is accounted for, that every kid has something to do in the afternoon so that they're not going off and, playing in the streets and picking up guns.
And hearing from teens like Damon isn't just powerful, it's necessary.
Fortunately, because he's such a dynamic person and individual, and also because he is right there at that demographic to where a lot of the things happen that we don't necessarily want to happen. So he has a unique perspective on just what's happening with his peers and things he's hearing and seeing that we may not be able to actually eyeball.
Damon says adults and leaders at every level have a role to play, and that starts with listening.
There's work to do on every level, and I feel like as soon as people realize that, and instead of pointing fingers, they continue to, do the work, that's when we'll have real change and continue to see these positive results.
Damon's school is diverse, but not everyone there sees the reality he does. He believes conversations among his peers need to go deeper.
I feel like the more students that we can get to share their voices and their opinions on things, the closer we get to a permanent solution. I'm not the only student with ideas on this. I'm not the only person here at Altamont who has ideas on this. So I feel like the more we can engage students to come forward and share their experiences and their beliefs on this topic, we get closer to a solution.
He believes the time for children to be seen and not heard is over.
Now it's time for children to be heard and seen. Like, our opinions on this matter. Our opinions on vital topics like this matter. And at the end of the day, when you guys are retired or have passed on, you leave this to us. And you leave these problems and these world issues to us. So if you guys aren't gonna fix them, we might as well be at the table now so we can at least, get a head start.